I would like to hear more about support, maybe more about does the nurses describe what type of support would be helpful for them to deal with the moral distress, I would say.
Yes, thank you for that question too. Both good questions so far, and I could only put so much on. I knew I was likely gonna spiel forever, but they described many preferences for the support. They felt they should be able to access it. They felt that the institution should actually provide some of it, like fund people to go to conferences so they could bring information back. They felt that one said, we just, every day, is there not a time, every day, every week that we can sit around, maybe pass a feather and talk and just air our concerns and be able to really hear each other? They also had a bit to say about populating leadership positions within the workplace environment. They sometimes were concerned that maybe not the right person was in the job. It would be someone maybe not approachable. And then they still didn't always have a link. Reading the students' things, the student was describing a situation where an elder client was really being financially abused by the visitor who came in to sign all the checks. And the student saw it and was upset and went to the nurse educator, who went with the student to the ward manager, and apparently the doctor shooed them. Well, no, we're not going to deal with that. I know this family. So it's that kind of support is so situational, case by case, but it's what they want, real help. So they want the human support, they want the literature, and they want the solidarity that kind of comes from being together. And we're going to make a team decision and not just, this is what I think we should do, or this is, oh, that's what they do here, that's what they do there. I can go through the notes if you are ever interested afterwards. I think I could write a whole paper on the support needs, and I could likely do it on most of these. It was so awesome to read these. Like, I felt so proud of these nurse educators, having endured all the things that they went through and still being able to put that positive spin and realize that they were developing their own leadership capacity. And it was good, but they do need more support. And I think I don't think we need to just keep, sending it back on them. I think the institutions are going to need to provide more of that training and have more resources available. Was there another question? This light is kind of hard to see.
Thank you for your generous contribution. And how would you suggest that you use in training in institutions to promote the model you're putting about?
Wow, that's exciting. I need to get it out there, and I need to also acknowledge that in Belgium, they're using my model of ethical sensitivity from the first project. That's not anywhere near as good as this new one with the qualitative data. They're using it in the training of the masters in pharmacy. And I hear back from them. They asked for permission. Wow, yes. Should I pay you or what? It was just like exciting. And they are, because they want their pharmacists who have an increasingly more active role with the public to be practicing from a position of ethical sensitivity. So they saw it and got it out there. Now, if academia is correct and it takes 17 years from a study to be done to get it used in practice, I still have a few more years. That the article that they based it on was my 2008, and it's by Weaver, Morse, and Mitchell, and it's the whole analysis of the concept. But it's more limited than what I have now. So it's exciting to see it go forward. I try and, I do get asked to talk, and when I do, I take advantage of it because it's a way to get it out. And that way, if there are little glitches that aren't as good as they should be, it will motivate me to correct them and do more research to explore, tease out those little areas that need more work. I don't know, the model, when people get onto it, I taught it, I was asked to do, lecture in first year with professionalism, and I explained it then, and the students they got it. They really did, and they were using the language of that framework. I don't know if it was pulled through much after that, but it just makes such sense to be supported, to be reflective, and I don't think it would apply. As I said, it's in pharmacy now, so it's not just in nursing. If they can see a value in this piece of work, I can only keep trying to get it out there. I'm not sure. With my other research, I made films on eating disorders, and it's a lot easier to put it that way, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'd want to enact all these moral dilemmas that I only have given you a tiny little taste of today.
Well, I think on that note, it's an invitation to learn more about your work, certainly, and I encourage you to keep going. We'd love to hear more. Thanks for launching this series on a really good and interesting note. Thanks for you joining us physically and those who are joining us online. And the last thanks are to you for providing us food for thought. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. So I'll just close it. Are there any nurses in the room? Are there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. I have a few business cards. If anybody, if it stimulates some thinking and you want to be in touch at some point, take my email's around. Give them away as fast as I can. Okay, I don't know. I just have. Here we go. Yeah.
Continue on my question regarding support.
Yeah, because we could talk forever. I've at least 6 pages.
I'm a clinical ethicist at the hospital. And I was wondering, do you think a clinical ethics service can be one of those supports?
Yes.
Because this is
Yes.
type of the things that I have in mind or that I do, but I don't have a full program. But I know some of the each units, or they have a nurse that is responsible for helping the other nurse in the field with teaching information,
Yes.
literature, things like that. And I work with them, with those nurses, to help them with
What
the
position
ethics.
you're in? And I followed a clinical ethicist around in Alberta for a whole year.
Okay.
Because I thought, how am I gonna? It's mostly you have to learn it. You need the knowledge, but and just listening to how Dr. Russell was handling, practicing the situations, it gave me such. It helped a little bit with the imposter syndrome.
Okay.
But I mean, and I teach an ethics course now, and those students are. It was fine until the med students discovered that they could take it as an elective, so it makes it off. It's an online course, and it's just too many. But they are finding they're talking so well about issues that they said they wouldn't have paid attention. That's what this moral awareness is all about, isn't it? And if you're with a group of nurses, you're going to make them pay attention.
But